Welcome to Top of the Hops on Food Review UK. My name's Stuart and today I'm going to be drinking a beer called Black and Tan by Naylor's Brewery. Naylor's Brewery are a small West Yorkshire brewery from Keighley, which is part of Bradford. So I'm looking forward to this. If you're a fan of Top of the Hops, you'll know that I was born and lived the first 11 years of my life in Bradford, so I'm always very happy to drink a beer from my hometown. Now, Black and Tan, for those who don't know, is, I hesitate to call it a cocktail, but basically you take porter or stout and you take bitter and you mix it together 50-50, so it's like shandy, but instead of putting lemonade in your beer, you put Guinness in your beer or another similar kind of drink. I've never actually had Black and Tan before. I do have occasionally. I'll have a brown beer, which is a brown bitter, which is half man's brown ale and half just a kind of standard bitter, and I like that sometimes because it makes it a bit less strong. But it says that they've taken their porter recipe and their bitter recipe and blended them together, so I don't know whether they've literally got on half and half, bitter and porter, or whether they've somehow brewed with both parts of the recipe. I don't know, but I like porter, but I sometimes find them quite a bit too dark, a bit too roasty, a bit too flavoursome. So this might be right up my street, and I'm going to try not to be too biased because it's from Yorkshire. It's 4.4%, so it's not daft. The label's cool. They've gone for this kind of like do you remember TVR? The cars, TVRs from the 1990s, where they were green, but then in a certain light they were purple. It's that kind of vibe. So let's have a pour out and see. So immediately, that is a lot lighter than you would expect from a stout or porter. And, speak the obvious, Stuart, a lot darker than you'd expect from a bitter. It looks very much like a brown ale or a ruby ale. Oh, it smells good. There's a real sweetness to it. Toastiness, sweet and toasty. Right, let's just crack on and have a taste. Oh my. Yeah, really malty. The initial taste is malty, like a Malteser's kind of maltiness, a nice sweet maltiness. It's lovely and toasty, but it tastes a lot thinner than a stout. Stouts have often got a thickness to them. I mean, obviously it's not a particularly viscous liquid or anything, but there's a thickness to the mouthfeel and a thickness to the flavour. This hasn't got it. It's refreshing. It's sweet and malty but it's a nice biscuity, toasty maltiness. It's really nice. It's also refreshing. This beer was bought for me as a birthday present. It was my birthday a few weeks ago, and my brother-in-laws and sister-in-laws bought me beers because they know about Food Review UK and they know I review beers, so they bought me beers to review. So I've got no idea where this was from. Thank you very much to Becky and Darren who got this for me. So I don't know how much it cost, I don't know where it was from, so I can't recommend. My ratings are often skewed somewhat by price. Now I've got a feeling that this beer, as in terms of a bottled beer, would, if I'd bought it myself, I would possibly be marking it down for the price, because bottled beers can be quite expensive, particularly smaller brewers. But just on the strength of the beer, I've got to I've got to give this one a rating. I think it'd be silly for me to give this anything less than 5 stars. Naylor's Brewery Black and Tan is a 5-star beer. This is a belting beer. It's really nice. It takes the best parts of each drink and blends them together, and they cancel out there's no worse parts to porter and bitter, but the best parts work together really well and cancels out any shortcomings that either one might have. That's a really nice beer. It's a really delicious beer. Yeah. Naylor's Black and Tan, 5 stars. Thank you very much for watching. I like this beer, so why don't you like this video? I'll see you again. Bye bye.
I'm really looking forward to tasting it.